Hi, it's Monday the 22nd of July. I am at my parents' in the garden on a rare sunny late afternoon. I haven't planned this video. I just felt an urge to say something about the inquest into the death of Maeve Boothby-O'Neill that I attended online earlier today. And I feel like I've been smacked round the brain with a baseball bat. I just there was a lot of detail. So what this case was in brief, who was Maeve? She died on October the 3rd, 2021, at the age of 27, and she apparently first developed CFS, ME, when she was 13. That's the first time they noticed that things weren't right in terms of her energy. And then at the age of 18, it really started, it sounds like, to curtail her life choices, her life generally. So as I think in an A-star, certainly a very successful student, academically gifted, she had wanted to go to university and go travelling internationally, and she couldn't do that age 18 because of her energy. And then gradually, between the ages of 18 and 27, her condition worsened. So today's inquest, and I naively had thought that the inquest would take a day, just a day. I'd just be able to give up a day, and no, I left at about 3 o'clock, the online having started at 10, with half an hour for lunch, and they hadn't even finished questioning, or not questioning, but asking questions of Dr. McDermott, Richard McDermott, who was involved a little bit with Maeve's care and was standing in for another doctor who was unable to be there. And I think I was struck by quite a lot of things, and in no particular order. I'm struck by the way in which trust broke down so horrifically between Maeve and her mother and the NHS and doctors. I think the final doctor that she worked with obviously went above and beyond, and went out of her way writing emails at 11 o'clock at night and on a Sunday, and in support of Maeve. And there's a very, very genuine sense she desperately wanted to help Maeve. And yeah, I think the doctor's name was Dr. Shorten. No, I think that got that wrong. Ignore that. I've forgotten her name. She wasn't there anyway. But Maeve, later, I think it might have been one of the final texts that she sent before she died to her doctor, thanked her doctor for believing her. And that resonated, because it's something that I've thanked my own doctor for. The simple act of believing me. which is quite rare. And I think I was also struck by the fact that the care structures in place to support people suffering in the way that Maeve was. So her body was shutting down, all right? So gradually, I think from January of 21, she couldn't sit up unassisted. And I think it was January 21 that she stopped being able to eat, right? So she had to consume her nutrition through drinks, I believe. Increasingly, and I don't have my notes or the chronology to hand, but increasingly she couldn't move. She would have to keep her eyes shut. She would not be able to tolerate any kind of light or sound. She, you know, towards the end, she had a catheter, and she was in a lot of pain, and she was losing weight. And there was nothing they could do because because nobody knows anything about. Or no, sorry, that's not true, is it? There are CFS specialists who, and there is actually quite a lot of research out there now. Quite a lot of things are known about CFS now, but not enough is known by NHS doctors. And of course we still don't know what it is. So Maeve needed a cure. All the treatments, and this is sort of where I'm coming to, I got the impression that a number of members of the medical profession were quite sceptical, suspicious of Maeve's mother. And there was a bit of sort of use of terminology such as gatekeeping. And they were even considering, and I don't know what the up-to-date term for this is, and they did use that term, but they were even wondering if this was a case of Munchausen, which is just, oh God. Poor Maeve's mum, Mrs. Boothby. I mean, just trying to protect her daughter against the skepticism, the disbelief. I just cannot even begin to comprehend how hard that must have been. To watch your daughter, you know, just decline like that. And anyway, so nobody could help her, and the care structures are in place to support generally healthy people. I mean, not healthy, obviously, people who have serious conditions, right, like throat cancer or whatever other kind of cancer or whatever else. But what's specific about ME is that when mitochondrial dysfunction gets so bad, right, and these mitochondria are all over the body in all systems of the body, that they're not working. You can't, every conversation uses up, you know, your battery, or overuses your battery, right? When you're at the point of Maeve. So she was, every time a healthcare professional tried to help her, they had to kind of cost it up, right? Because it was making her worse. The care was making her worse. And because severe MS is so poorly understood, the doctors just didn't understand this, right? And they weren't listening. They weren't listening to Maeve or her mum. And they were going by the blood tests and the urine tests, which were all coming back normal apart from the mitochondrial function. And of course they come back normal. We all know this about CFS. Don't look at the blood test, look at the patient. Believe the patient, listen to the patient. Oh man. So it's been pretty grueling actually. Just listening to that, listening to a beautiful bright woman literally graphically decline, and because it's outside of the, doctors don't have answers, they don't have okay, so this pill will fix it. And because actually our medical profession is interested primarily with sticking plasters, with let's put a sticking plaster on it. It's not interested in causes. So anyway, my phone is telling me that the battery is about to die, so I should stop here, and I'll pick up another time. I just wanted to share how I was feeling about all of this right now, and extend my sympathies to Maeve's family. You must have felt very alone, and I'm very, very sad for you.